Hell is about popping is D. About to react to this vid by Blackie Speaks. This is regarding this whole Cenat situation. People have been sending me Kai's video where he addresses this situation, but I skimmed through it and he's not explicitly stating what happened. I still don't know what occurred with this whole ordeal. I know that it involves some R-word allegations. I know that his friend is the one who supposedly did that to a girl, but I don't know anything else about this story because he really didn't say. He was very vague in his video, and he did say that he's cooperating with the authorities and whatnot, so I do feel like he's doing the right thing, but I want the details. I need the details because I'm like, okay, what happened? Where were y'all? Why is your name involved in this? Just because that's your friend? Like, okay, what that got to do with you? Like, I just have so many questions. So this video is going to go over everything and enlighten us so that we know what's taking place. But let's watch.
No, I want to talk about this recent story involving Cenat. And by the way, yes, I'm back again. Been a little while since I uploaded, but here I am now. Let's not waste any time though, and let's get into it. First of all, I think people are familiar with Kai. He's a 21-year-old content creator out of NYC. Kai's really big on Twitch, big on social media, and big on the internet, period. He's had a crazy run since he blew up, so shout out to him for doing some great things. That aside, let's talk about what happened yesterday, right? A woman by the name of Jovi Pena came out and made some claims against someone Kai knew. So she put out this post both on her Instagram and Twitter and said the following: on January 1st, 2023, I was baked at a party by a complete stranger. I was invited to this party by someone I thought to be a friend. She's referring to Kai. I asked for help and it's not going anywhere, so I've decided to take it to social media. She continued telling the story on a Twitter thread and said the following: I was invited by Cenat. When I decided to leave, he told me I'd be safer upstairs since I was drunk and nobody would bother me. However, after I fell asleep, since I thought I was safe due to there being security and Kai's confirmation, however, I wasn't safe. And then the guy's name walked into the room where I was asleep and brutally baked me to the point where I bled. When I woke up to see him still on top of me, I called him out as a vapist, and he told me that I was in his bed and that's why he did what he did. I was in shock. I called, texted, in parentheses, my friend who invited me but got no answer, and I was told by the vapist that he left, which I found out later to be a lie. He told me, can we just keep it a secret and pretend nothing happened, but I was already traumatized by then. I asked him if he had at least used protection, which he then showed me a dirty condom and said, yes, a skins condom. Now I have to take medication for a month to make sure I don't catch any STDs. As you all know, those condoms only protect you from unwanted pregnancies and not STDs. Shit,
really?
I didn't know that. Hope I don't got no mini blackies.
Hold on. What?
Anyway, she continued, I spent all
I'm gonna look into that after, because what? I'm suing.
Instead of enjoying
Skins, don't fucking play with me. I'm suing. Whatever. I will look into that after.
My vacation in New York. At nighttime,
I feel like she just saying shit because that don't make sense.
Emergency room instead, as I was still in pain from what had happened to me. I described what the person looked like to my friend who had invited me, and he said he didn't know the person. However, after digging for a day and a half, I found the person's Instagram and that they have been friends for years. So right here, she attached a text conversation between herself and Kai. She texted Kai the following: that's your homie for real, bro. That's why you ain't help me. That's why you ain't go up. You knew what he was doing, she said in these texts to Kai. Kai responded back by saying, yo, what the fuck? I'm literally getting info as we speak. Are you fucking crazy? I knew what was going on? ? Kai said. She continued the thread on his last post that said, it's been 5 days since the incident and I haven't been able to sleep or eat properly. I haven't been able to socialize or go to work. This is all I think about 24/7. I'm not looking for attention. All I want is the justice I deserve. I want him to stop from hurting anyone else. And after this, Kai ended up responding and he said a couple of things. After he got word of what happened, she was apparently very emotional as she was telling him. Kai decided to hit up his homie who had just been accused of literally vaping another person. Kai essentially pulled up on a homie saying, hey bro, this is what I heard from her. What's up? What you got going on? What's up? Apparently his homie was completely shocked at this. In other words, he didn't do what he's being accused of, allegedly, right? What happened after this is Jovi, the woman, she apparently asked Kai for his homie's name since she's accusing him.
So this is what immediately makes me feel like she's telling the truth, because if someone wants to come out and lie and like make someone look bad or get money out of them, they're gonna go straight to the source. Kai is the fucking source. So why would she lie about his random no-name friend that I ain't never heard of? And I've seen a couple of his friends around him. I've never seen this particular friend. So it doesn't make sense that she would specifically pick him and like not pick Kai if that's what she was trying to get, was clout and money and blah blah blah. Because that's what people are quick to jump to and be like, well, is she telling the truth? Because if she really trying to get money out of him, then she would have said that Kai did it. She didn't say that. So
him of, something
that's
really,
just a note.
Really serious, right? Obviously, she needs a name. According to Kai, he hit up his team, presumably legal team. He told them, hey, here's my homie's name. And then he told them to give it to her. And so that's what they did, according to Kai.
There's two sides of the stories now, Kai. Who you gonna handle it with? The police.
Period.
Okay. When she asked for in the screenshot, she asked for her name. She asked for his name automatically. I told my team, I said, yo, team, here's his name. Give it to her. That is the reason why she got it in the first place. Okay. That is the reason why she got it in the first place.
But you didn't even know this nigga name, so this isn't even his friend.
Do not go to her profile. And do not harass this young lady, bro. Do not. Until facts are proved, until shit is shit, bro, and shit is going on, and the police are handling this. And this is why I didn't want to come to the internet, bro. Go ahead and say something. The person that's associated with me. I knew this guy. I'm not defending him once again. I knew this guy for a very long time. We went on multiple trips. You feel what I'm saying?
You ain't know him like that.
He's not that type of person. I'm not saying
shit. You didn't even know his name.
I'm not saying none of that. I'm not defending nobody because, bro, the way she was crying to me on that phone, bro, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I know how he looked. Scars on the face. Dreads. You feel me? That's for the law. That's for the law to handle, though. That's none of y'all business at all. None of y'all.
So there's a lot to be learned from a situation like this, which is why I'm covering this story. Just to paint the picture once again, essentially what we have here is a woman who's claiming that one of Cenat's friends baped her at this party that Kai, was hosting. So just to make it abundantly clear, Cenat isn't accused of doing anything. He didn't do no harm to anybody. He just threw this New Year's party that the woman, Jovi, was at and some of his other people. And now, days later, she's coming out saying, this man, your friend Kai, he did this to me. According to the alleged victim, she did actually get a babe kit, which she posted on her IG. She did also apparently go to the police, and that's all I know as far as that. This woman is getting a lot of hate right now. There's a lot of people calling her a clout chaser. People don't think she's telling the truth. She's been firing back, defending her stance.
That makes no sense. And even if you want to say, well, maybe she just wanted to go through one of his friends to like try to make him look bad or whatever the fuck. It seemed like she didn't even know if this was his friend or not. She's asking, like, do you know him? And then she had to dig and find a picture. Oh, wait, I found this picture of you and him. So it's not like this is a very visible friend. If that was the case, she would have went that route and accused a friend that we see a lot with him. And she didn't do that because, again, I've never seen that dude before.
With conviction. A couple really important things I want to talk about as for this story is how to avoid situations like this, because this could have been avoided in a few different ways. Also want to talk about what Kai could have done differently, and just want to talk about and have a really important conversation about some things that I think will leave you better off. First of all, let's talk about the situation where this happened. So this was a New Year's party that Cenat was hosting. Kai, according to Jovi, invited her to this party where a bunch of other people were present. I think it's safe to assume that alcohol was involved in this situation. Definitely weed as well, since it's Los Angeles we're talking about, and possibly some other things.
LA, why he was out here?
Especially since it's New Year's on top of that. So alcohol and drugs in any situation where you don't know everyone who's attending personally always comes with a lot of risk. For anyone who didn't know,
I think he'll be in Atlanta or New York.
From a story like this, or any type of situation, honestly, that involves people getting hurt where there were substances involved. Every story like this that I've heard about in my life that involves someone, let's say a woman, getting things done to her, always has that one commonality. There was some type of substance involved, whether it's alcohol or drugs. Another commonality is that everybody in that space doesn't have great rapport with one another. Now, why is this important? Well, because when or if a situation arises where something like this happens, you're now in a situation where you don't know if everyone in that space is on the same page. You don't know if everyone in that space
that's typical of a party, though. You don't know all the people.
I don't know about you, but personally, I don't like being in any situation with people, especially that involves alcohol and or drugs, that I can't say for sure that they have my best interest.
That's not realistic, Blackie.
Me or anyone else at the spot, of course. Also, I like knowing for sure that anyone who's going to be present actually has a little bit of sense in their dome, because people who got sense usually got something to lose, which means they won't get into any BS. You see how that works? So this kind of situation usually happens when you go into an enclosed space without using your discernment. As for Jovi, she was invited by her friend Kai. Since she only mentioned him, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that she didn't have great rapport with the rest of the people who were there. Now let's take a look at the specifics of what she said. After she had been at the party for some time, she told Kai, hey, I'm about to leave. Kai told her, hey, since you're drunk, you'll be better off upstairs. And by the way, no one is gonna bother you. Don't even worry about that. How about that? That was a green flag on Kai's end, because it's New Year's, might have been past midnight or not, I'm not sure. If she was inebriated, yeah, you shouldn't be out here by yourself. How about you lay your head down in my spot where I can make sure you're 100% safe? So Kai acted on good faith. His intention was to make sure that she was in fact safe, and I wouldn't expect anything less from Kai. Moving on. So back to the story, she went upstairs and fell asleep. Next thing you know, according to her, his homie walks into the room and, as she puts it, brutally whooped her to the point where she bled. She then wakes up and sees that he's still on top of her. She confronts him and calls him out, and his response was, allegedly, you were in my bed and that's why I did what I did. That sounds like some really strange logic, by the way. Just because someone is in your bed, unless she's asking for the vitamin D, you don't go there, capiche? Well, that's when she hit up Kai in complete shock, but she didn't get an answer from Kai, according to her. So I want to go back to what allegedly happened at the beginning. So she was supposed to leave, was told, hey, go upstairs, that will be safer, and then she fell asleep upstairs. Hypothetically speaking, let's say this is exactly how it all went down. Kai tells her, go upstairs, you're gonna be good there. What should have happened at that point, if it didn't happen, is Kai himself should have made sure that she was actually safe. That comes in the form of, first of all, making sure that no one around you is on some weird ass shit. But second of all, you casually mentioned to everybody at the function, hey, the girl that, pulled up, she wasn't feeling so well.
That's also not realistic. You're assuming that it's like 10 people at this party. And considering how popular this man is, I highly doubt that was the case. It probably was a house full of hella people. Like, this is not realistic advice. I'm gonna let you get your shit off.
Nobody goes into a room, okay? You got that? Good.
Commentary skid. What the fuck?
Okay, so y'all know the girl who pulled up earlier? Who you talking about? You talking about? Yeah, the one with the dress. Yeah, so she's upstairs.
You're literally talking to like 2 people, and this is a house party. Who knows how many people were there? Could be 50 people. Could be 100 people, depending on how big the house is. We don't know. So again, what?
She's sleeping. She got a little too drunk, whatever. But she's upstairs resting. She's in the room next to the bathroom. Nobody goes in there, okay? The one next to the bathroom? Yeah, we're not gonna go. Okay. Yes, next to the bathroom. Yes. Yeah, so she's in there. She's resting.
Brother.
Turn up the music.
Not turn up the music.
Like this video.
Especially if everybody drunk. Nobody.
I made sure everybody was on board with not going up to the room. So you got to make sure everybody follows the protocol. So if this alleged story went how it actually was told,
this is coming from somebody who goes to a lot of parties. This is not realistic.
Responsibility would lie on Kai to make sure that nobody actually went up to the room where she was at. Now, in the event where someone does go up, like it's claimed in this story, as the person who's hosting this party, I would take full accountability for that. Now, I wouldn't take the blame in court of law.
Alright, I'm gonna head out. I'm not agreeing with what he's saying at all. I don't think Kai was in the wrong whatsoever. I don't feel like there's things that he could have done differently. I mean, obviously, in hindsight, you can always come up with things that you could have done differently. But based on the information that was given, I feel like he, handled everything correctly. Even now, he's cooperating with the police. He got the guy's name, gave it to his legal team so that they can give to her. He doesn't seem to be protecting this guy whatsoever. He's saying this is a serious situation. He's taking it seriously. He does want to help. He is cooperating. So he's doing everything that he needs to do. And as far as, him saying that, at the party he could have done da-da-da, that is not realistic. This is coming from someone who is very mixy. You know, I have a lot of friend groups and I go to a lot of parties, and this is not realistic. At a house party, there is a lot of chaos, okay? There are a lot of drunk people. It's very loud. If you are at a big-ass house party, too, it's hella people there. Considering this was a New Year's party, and it's Kai, I'm pretty sure they had a massive house. So it could have been hella people there. What is the likelihood of being able to communicate to every last person at that party that, oh, there's someone up there, keep her safe and don't mess with her? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And especially everybody is drunk as hell. They're like, what, huh? Who upstairs? What are you talking? It's not realistic. That's not realistic at all. So I'm just rolling my eyes at that, like, what? I think he did the right thing in giving her a safe space to go lay her head because she was too drunk. So he probably, you know, didn't want anything to happen to her and was looking out for her. Like, oh, go upstairs because, you know, you're not feeling well. Anything can happen to you out there in these streets. You fucking stumbling down the street. So that was, you know, good for him to do. But at the same time, this is not his child. This is not his family member. I don't think it's his responsibility to, you know, have to baby her and keep going up and checking on her. And that's not realistic or reasonable. And this is his party. He wants to drink and enjoy himself and have a good time too. He does not want to babysit anybody. He, you know, did the right thing in giving her a space to lay her head because obviously he's thinking that she's safe and that nothing was going to happen to her. He didn't know that somebody was going to go up there and fucking assault her. He did think she was safe. So he did nothing wrong in that regard. And as far as like, oh, making sure that everybody at the party, you know them well, again, that also is not realistic. At a party, you're gonna have a lot of people there that you don't really know. I've even thrown a fucking party and I'm looking like, who the fuck is these people? You know, like I'll invite a good amount of people and there are people who show up and I'm like, who is this? Who are these people? Because you have friends who invite their friends and invite their friends, and that actually adds to the litness of the party. You want there to be a good amount of people there. You want to be able to interact and socialize with people that you don't really know like that. I feel like that kind of adds to the appeal of a party. That's very common. And if you want something super close knit and it's only like 10 of y'all, that's one thing. But this ain't that. This is a fucking New Year's party. And it seems like they want to drink, get lit. They want to have bitches over and these people, you know. So it's not realistic to be like, oh, let me do a background check on everybody here and make sure I know everybody first and last name and their mama and cousin. That's not realistic. Okay, this man did not do anything wrong, and I really hate this for him because he is doing so well. He's doing great things, and I don't like that this is even like kind of tarnishing his name because he did not do the fucking assaulting. His busted ass friend did, and it sucks that he's kind of getting dragged into this. But I understand her point as well because she's like, hey, you the one who invited me to this party. Like I need some help, and if she felt like he wasn't responding quickly enough, I kind of understand her panicking and be like, nope, well, I'm going to get some justice in one way or another. I'm going to go to the internet then because everybody know you. So here you go. Your friend, he assaulted me. Let's find him. Let's get some justice. Let's make some shit happen. So I get that as well. So I understand why she probably felt the need to do that. But yeah, this just sucks. This is a very unfortunate situation. But I do hope that justice gets served. I believe her, to be honest. It just doesn't make sense that she would make this up. What clout is she getting exactly? As he says, she's getting a whole bunch of hate, of course. There are a lot of fucking stupid teeny boppers who are just like, you're lying, you're trying to ruin Kai's name. Like, y'all are fucking stupid. But yeah, there's that. Hopefully this works out, though. I guess we'll see as time goes on. Y'all let me know what y'all thought, though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye!